Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Well, here we are, we're back at the Museum of Cambridge, also known as the Cambridge Folk Museum. Now, I don't know if you saw our first video that we were here. We had a pretty good night here, activity wise, so we thought we'd come back and give it another go. Tonight we've got Liam with us.
Hello.
And we've also got Scott.
Hello.
So yeah, we've come back here. Hopefully it'll be another good night. Hopefully the same spirits that we spoke to or contacted last time will come forward. So yeah, let's see what tonight brings. So we're in the bar area to start off with. Now, for those of you that don't know, this building is a museum now, but it used to be an inn known as the White Horse Inn, and this is what used to be the bar area. So there's the bar. Nice fireplace there. And through here we've got an area known as the snug. Now, when this was a bar, this little area here, apparently, if you paid a premium for your drinks, this would be like a little private area that you could be away from the bar. And through here is the kitchen. Got the old kitchen area here. Now, last time we were here, we started off here in the bar and we worked our way into the kitchen, but we didn't get a lot here, did we?
No, we didn't get a lot in this area last time.
Got, I think K2 flashed a couple of times, but yeah, we didn't have much luck in here, but we'll give it a good go this time. See what happens. So calling out to the spirits that are connected to the White Horse Inn or the Folk Museum, Museum of Cambridge. Please come forward and talk to us this evening. We're just here to document you, get to know who is still here in this building. We've set up some equipment, various devices. In the snug area, we've got the REM pod. If you go towards that with a red light, it will just do that. It will just give us an indication that you're here. We also have a device called a Mel REM with a green light on it. Again, if you just go up to it, won't harm you in any way. It will just flash some lights. And behind Scott, we've got the K2 meter with another green light. Apparently, if you go towards that, that will flash some colours. And we also have a flashing cat ball on the bar. So feel free to use any of those devices to come forward and let us know that you're here. We're in what used to be the bar area of the inn. So if there's anyone here that's connected to the inn, maybe you worked here, or you was a patron of the inn, can you please come forward and give us some sort of sign that you are here? Again, because this building's so old, like all the floorboards just creak. Everything creaks and squeaks.
Come on, spirit, come forward. Can you do this? Can you make that go off like that?
Or maybe you can tap somewhere in the room, knock on something. Okay, again calling out to the spirits that are connected to this building. The White Horse Inn. Or if you're connected to the museum in any way. And you can hear my voice. Can you please come forward and give us a sign that you are here?
Can you touch one of the devices that we've set out in the room, the lights? You go over to the aerial that I'm pointing at now. All it will do is make a sound and it will flash some lights just to alert us that you're with us in the room. Can you do that for us, please? Just go over to where the red light is and towards the aerial. It won't hurt you or harm you in any way.
These floorboards are so squeaky. Can you copy this noise? Is there a particular room in the building that you would like us to go to?
Or tap on something. Make a little knock. We'd really love it if you could make a sound where we are now. That's my foot. Enid, are you here?
What's her last name? Enid Porter is her name. Enid, if you are here and you can hear us, can you let us know that you're here? Now, there's a lady called Enid Porter, and she was the longest serving curator of the museum. I think she was here from 1949, I think, up to 1976, I believe. She was the longest serving curator here. Last time we were here, we were told of her, and there is a blue plaque commemorating her on the building outside.
Come on, Enid, come forward. Please communicate with us tonight. We just want to say hello.
Oh, straight away.
Thank you, Spirit. If that's you making that device go off, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you do it again? Can you make that go off again for us, please?
Just to confirm to us that someone is interacting with that, can you make it go off again?
You're probably just curious of what the devices do. All they do is make a sound like you just heard with lights flashing. They won't hurt or harm you. It's just a tool of communication between us and yourselves.
There's also another device with a red light on it on top of the jar down there. If you could do the same to that. Again, we have a K2 meter up there. We also have a
plastic balls,
flashing cat ball on the shelf up there. If you can affect one of those again, just to show us that you are here.
We're here respectfully. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's going up to orange and blue. Thank you, Spirit. Now, can you make it stop? Can you make it stop?
Can you just step away from it for a second? So we.
Thank you. Oh. That is just like the hand of it going towards it.
What I'll do is I'll reset it. So sometimes it can get a bit stuck, I think.
Can you do it again for us?
Can you make that device go off again? Just walk towards it and touch it.
Would really appreciate it if you could. Like I say, it won't hurt you.
Or any of the other devices. They're just lights, they'll just light up.
See, there's no way you could say that was stuck because that was going up, down, up, down. If that was stuck, surely that would be one constant, like one light. It wouldn't be like a going up and down, would it?
Well, it went off for a bit first and then it stopped for a while, didn't it? Then went off again. But
that was just like someone going close back.
Yeah.
Come on, Spirit.
So we're down here in the first cellar. We just set up the equipment and the Melrem started going.
So you have to be quite close to them, don't you?
Yeah, you have to be like that.
But there's not nothing outside affecting
No.
it at all, is it?
No.
Could you do it again? Shall I sit down? Scary.
Can you do it again so we can ask you questions? If you wouldn't mind us asking you questions.
Or can you set off the other device here with a red light on it?
Come on, Spirit. We've come to say hello to you. We just want to interact and communicate.
The last time we were here, Scott was sat on the stairs exactly where he is now.
Yep.
And he heard a breath behind him.
I heard a. Can you do that again?
Or can you make any sort of noise that you can down here? Can you copy this?
Just in case you're wondering who we are, my name is Scott.
My name's Ross.
I'm Liam.
And we've come here with full respect for you and the building. I don't know if you remember when me and Ross was here last, just before Christmas. But we had such a good night here, we've come back.
We've come back to say hello to you again. Is there somewhere else in the building that you'd like us to go to? Any particular room?
Shall I put the app on?
Yeah.
So I'm just putting an app on my phone where you're able to speak to us.
Can't get up now.
Are you able to tell us your name?
Can you tell us what connection you have to this building?
All I can see is Ross's arse crack.
I saw a shadow through there. See through this gap here, look. But I think that where I'm standing.
It's bright.
Yeah, it is bright.
Yeah, still daylight outside.
Where I'm standing,
Yeah.
you can see through to another bit of the basement. It's all lit up.
Oh, that's in that window.
Yeah, but I saw a shadow. I saw that pole go dark. But I don't know whether a vehicle gone by. But I haven't seen it go dark since.
Well, that'll explain that.
Oh, so if you stand here and look, see there's like a pole that
Yeah.
the light's shining on.
Yeah.
That went really dark. But again, like I say,
But there's no windows down here, so it could be.
Yeah, there is.
no, there is. There's a bit of light shining through. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a window.
But that's what I'm saying. It may have been a vehicle, but didn't sound like something.
Can you talk to us through this device that I have in my hand? Can you tell us your name?
Would you like?
Really?
Yes, just there. Oh, hang on.
No, but that was he come round that corner after that.
What's that?
That just went off to red.
Did it?
Went off to
Liam
red.
said
And I
he
just
saw
saw
a
a shadow
in the
right
corner.
there. Wasn't where that is, where that last bit skirting board is, and that step there.
But that was going to red.
They just went to red and stood for
Really?
1,
Yeah.
2,
You said, "Are you
3,
in front of me?" Then
4,
it just went.
5, 6, 7, then went. God's honest truth. I just said to him, "Are we allowed down there?" He said, "I weren't sure." So, are we allowed down there? Can you set this light off again? Nothing. There's no.
Right. Oh,
Oh, hang on.
yeah.
Well, there's that, but you have to get to there. I was here. I held it there.
Yeah.
Look. Look. Have you got that on video?
I think so. Yeah.
I was there. Had it in front of me there because I was going like that.
I don't think we're allowed down that bit.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you on the stairs? That's good.
Yeah.
Nice one. Just stood in front of me. No, you've gone. Where have you gone? I just saw a shadow. No word of a lie. I just saw a shadow.
Really?
Yes, just there. Oh, hang on.
No, but that was he come round that corner after that.
There's no way that's done that. I'm in there. Look. You literally have to get that starts going. I mean, to get it to red. Was it that red or that
No,
one?
it was that one.
That one.
That one.
You have to be, what's that? 4 inches, 100 mil. And the same with that. You have to be, well. I don't know.
There's obviously wiring, isn't there, beyond there?
Yeah, but there's not. It was here.
Yeah.
Honestly, you'll see it when we play it back. I was here.
I was sure I called it.
Because I went allowed to.
Yeah, because you said what's down there, and I said I'm not
Look,
sure.
that starts going. That starts going green.
Down there goes
have-
into the bar area.
They
down
don't even
there.
go. They don't even go red there. Look, it goes orange because there's obviously wiring there. Yeah, look, you hold it like that. But I had it down like that.
Oh, there you go. That's gone off there.
Yeah, but that was just because I.
I don't know where am I going to put this. Let me stick this here. So I've put a device on there. Can you speak to us through that?
Can you come and tell us your name? Oh, that's the mail room on the stairs.
On the stairs, there you go.
Hello?
I believe I phoned it.
Is there somebody affecting that device on the stairs? Can you do that again?
That's where we had a lot of it last time.
Can you make that light flash again?
Yeah, because the whole thing is the soldier's supposed to roam the stairs. Do we have anybody up here with us this evening that would like to communicate with us?
Oh,
Thank you.
no room.
Just as I said, do we have anyone up here with us?
Can you make that go off again so we know that it's you? Can you make that sound and light up again? Please?
Come on, we mean you no harm up here. We're friendly people.
Is this the soldier we have with us? Are you on the stairs?
I've got my phone in the room up here that you can talk into. Well, there's the REM pod down the end with the red light.
Now, one story that I have heard about this building is in the 1600s sometime, when this was an inn, the innkeeper was a wealthy, rich royalist, and it was in the times of the Oliver Cromwell, and Oliver Cromwell had an army called the Roundheads, and one of the soldiers used to come to the inn quite regularly, and apparently the innkeeper's maid, she fell in love with this soldier, this Roundhead soldier, and the innkeeper found out, and he wasn't happy because the Roundhead soldiers and the royalists, they were enemies. So when he found out that his maid was in love with this Roundhead soldier, he wasn't very happy, and he put her in a room in the building. He locked her in the room and he bricked it up, and where I'm standing now is where that room was, and this window was the only window in the room, because apparently before this was there was a spiral staircase, and this staircase was put in when this place was renovated. But anyway, the maid that was trapped in this room, she looked out the window and she saw this soldier come in the building, and he saw her in the window, and he vowed to her that he would come back that night with a ladder and rescue her. But unfortunately that night, apparently there was a battle, or war broke out, and this soldier had to go and fight in a battle, so he never returned that night, and this maid escaped. She broke the window and escaped. I'm not sure how long it was after that, but the soldier came back to the inn, and he was surprised to see that the doorway was bricked up, and he just assumed that the maid had starved to death. So he vowed to stay here for her, and apparently it's his spirit that's supposed to still reside here in this building, and his spirit is supposed to walk up and down these stairs, and in the attic areas where we're standing now. What did you hear, Sam?
I thought I heard. It might have been something outside. Would that be loud? Like?
My phone would be,
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
No,
No, I heard. I thought I heard. You know how it's got that robotic voice.
yeah.
I thought I heard that, but I don't think I did.
See it.
It's louder than that.
This is an area I'd love just to sit down
Mm.
and just like listen for about 10 minutes or 5 minutes, but there's no chairs up here.
So as I said, where I'm standing now, this apparently was where that little room where the maid was trapped, locked inside, and this window was the only window in the room. The room was only discovered about 300 years after that event, in I think it was 1940 something. They discovered the room, and the guy that discovered the room, he said there was one chair in the room and there was a vintage dress draped over this chair, and could that have been the dress of the maid? Nobody knows, unfortunately. But since the museum or this building was renovated, they actually knocked that room through, which is where we're standing now. So do we have the spirit of the maid? The maid that was locked in the room where we're standing now? That's my pheasant cage. Where he was locked in by the innkeeper because you were in love with a soldier. Are you still here? Do we have any former residents of the White Horse Inn? Perhaps you worked here or you lived here. Do we have anyone that's connected to the museum?
Can you let us know your name? Can you set off a device that's on the stairs?
Is there anyone here that's connected to either myself or Ross or Scott? Worth an ask, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you set off the red pod, which is down the end of the attic area, the red light?
We should be able to hear it from here.
That would be really impressive if you can set that off.
As I said earlier, well, where you two are sitting, apparently that's where the little room was, where the maid was locked up and bricked up.
What, behind me?
No, where you two are sitting now, because the window that's opposite.
This little area.
Yeah, the window that's up there, that's in front of you, Liam, up there. That was the window of the room. Obviously, this has been like renovated since, but it was 1940 something when they discovered the room, I believe, which is like 300 years after when it happened. And the guy that discovered the room said that all that was in the room was one chair and a vintage dress which was draped over the chair, which I assume was the dress of the maid. But nobody knows nobody officially knows who the dress belonged to. So if the owner of that dress is here with us, perhaps it belonged to the maid, who was locked up in the room, or because she fell in love with the soldier. And the innkeeper at the time didn't like that very much, so he locked you away in the room. Yeah, because apparently when the innkeeper locked her in this room, the innkeeper and his family went on holiday and left her here to essentially die, I suppose. And that was when the soldier came back. But when the soldier came back, the maid had already escaped. She broke the window apparently and escaped through the window. But the soldier, when he came back and he saw that the room was bricked up, he just assumed that the maid had died of starvation. And apparently he vowed to stay here for her. Is that true? Did you come back to rescue the maid and saw that the room that she was being kept in was bricked up? So you assumed that she had died of starvation?